Morning Wood with you. Today we're going to talk Morning Wood in the Mountain West. Yesterday was a good day. I beat the Big South finally. I had my first losing day on my free picks was on New Year's Eve, and I did Big South, and I think I was 4-6 that day. So it was very important for me to come back and kick butt. So I did. And yesterday I was 3-1 with those picks, and then I was 5-2 with like the little other ones that I threw in there. So we had a good day, guys. Rock and roll. So while I have your attention, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and let me know what you're thinking. So, okay, so we're going to talk Mountain West. Little background on me. Some of you know this, some of you don't, but I work statistics in the Mountain West for UNLV basketball. So this is probably my strongest conference. I say that now, and then watch, I'm going to goose egg this pick. But this is probably my strongest conference because I watch them play in front of my face year after year after year. How's it going, Doug? So I'm going to talk, we've got two of them today. Utah State is at New Mexico, and Air Force is at Boise State. We'll start with Utah State because there's a difference there. Now, Utah State won the Mountain West last year. They beat SDSU, and SDSU was kind of having like that Cinderella season. They were undefeated all year long. UNLV beat them once in the regular, and then they cruised through the tournament and lost to Utah State in the end of it all. Utah State's been rocking and rolling this year. They're 7-3, 5-3 against the spread. New Mexico is on a little bit of a different journey. They're 3-4, 1-4 against the spread, and they're also not very good at home, which in a typical basketball season, it's not easy to play in New Mexico in the pit, but this is not a typical season, is it? So what do we got? We got Utah State is -13, and we have a total of 137.5. And I thought I saw it move up. Hold on one sec. And I was wondering why it was going towards the New Mexico way. And then I looked in. Yeah, it was 13. Now it's at 12.5. So I'm thinking, like, why is it moving in the New Mexico direction? And I'm thinking it's because the last game New Mexico played was against Nevada. They only lost by 10. Nevada's a 7-3 team, just like Utah State is. So maybe that's what people are thinking, right? They're close to Nevada. But if you look at Nevada, when they play their back-to-back games, their second game of these two-game series, they're not as good. So keep that in your mind for when Nevada's coming up. Yeah, Nevada beat Air Force 74-57 in their first game. They only they lost by 2 in their second game against Air Force. They beat New Mexico by 14 points in their first game, only 10 in their second. So Nevada is not a strong team in their second game that they've been playing. So I think that might attest to why the numbers going the way it is. But for me personally, I'm going to lay the 12.5 points with Utah State. Now, granted, Utah has only played on the road 3 times, and they were all in Sioux Falls, South Dakota in November for the Bad Boy Mowers Champions Classic tip-off farmers. I don't know. I don't know why I said farmers, insurance. I don't know. But so, yeah, so that was like a whole tournament they did. So this is kind of like their first road game. It's their first in-conference road game. But Utah and New Mexico, I don't feel like, I mean, they've made this trip before. Utah's got some great players on their team. Bean, Brock Miller is really good. Kada is really good. And the secret to Utah State's success, it's simple, right? Rebound more, foul less. And that's kind of their MO. They are big rebounders, and they don't foul you a whole lot. So you're not going to go to the line as much as you would with other teams. Whereas New Mexico, they're a smaller team. They're a bit of a younger team, and they're kind of all over the place and just not solid. Okay, so Utah State, minus the 13, 12.5 is what I'm going to do there. Now, this total 137.5, it's too high, man. That's just way too high. So I'm going to go under that 137. Utah State's defense is pretty solid. And yes, they do shoot a lot of threes, but what you're going to find is it'll be like 72-53. 83-43, 85-52, right? These totals are coming out 125, 126. So they're going to put up points, but they're not going to let you do that. And New Mexico, just frankly, is not that great of shooters. So that's what we're going to do there. Under 137.5, lay 12.5 points with the Aggies. So up next, we're going to go to Air Force at Boise State. Now, I'm high on Boise State this season. Yeah, I really am. Their one loss of the season came in their first game when they played University of Houston, which is where I went to college, by the way. And they lost by 10, but they really hustled in the second half. It was 19-34 in the first, and then they outscored them 39-34 in the second. So no, they didn't play yesterday. I think they play today, and then they play again tomorrow, because they would be in my stats if they did. I freaking hope so. Otherwise, I'm in a time warp right now, and someone needs to let me know. Okay, so here's the thing with Boise. So this is minus 19 points to lay with Boise. All right. The total here is 132.5. Seems like a lot of points, and I get that. But the thing that's going on at Boise is that they almost just lost to San Jose State, who is not a good team. I think they're 1-6 this season. It was a 1-point game. They almost, they got outscored 45-52 in the second half. So they came real close to getting their second loss, and it would have been their first loss in conference, and it's to a not very good school. So I think Boise is about to like Boise up right now. And I feel okay with laying the 19 points. As far as my stats go, Boise's at home is putting up 79 and only allowing 55. Air Force puts up 61, only allows 71 and allows 71. So I'm going to lay it with Boise on this one. Love some Moorhead, Anthony. Love them. 132.5 is the total here. I got to be honest. That's like right what my number's on. It's right there. I've got Air Force averaging 132. I've got Boise averaging 133. So I got to stay off of a total for the purposes of this. Where's my dang thing? There we go. For the purposes of this pick. I don't even have a lean. It's there. I think it'll push. How about that? I think it'll land on the number. No. But yeah, so those are the picks for the Mountain West today. Boise minus the 19, Utah State minus 13, and Utah State, what did I say? Under 137.5. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitter at +moneyhoney, if you don't mind. And stay tuned. We've got a lot of great stuff planned, even for today. Hold on, let me look, Doug. Let me look. I had a lot of Tulane talk in the Picks and Parlays Facebook group page. I don't know if you guys are on the Facebook. Like, we have our Facebook page for Picks and Parlays, but then there's a group called Bet, Win, Repeat. And it's really a cool spot to go back and forth. 127 to go back and forth and post your parlays, post your picks, post your questions, and see what everybody else likes. So that's what I mean. In the Picks and Parlays Bet, Win, Repeat group chat, there are a ton of people that want to know about Tulsa today. I don't have enough information on them right now. 127 is a decent little total. Some trends, the unders 9-1 and 1 in the Golden Hurricanes last 11 Wednesday games. I hate stats like that. Like, Wednesday matters. I mean, I guess it does, but does it? I don't feel like it does. Over 4-1 following a straight up win. Overs 4-1 last 5 road games. And then let's look at USF, under 6-1 in the Bulls' last 7 home games, over 5-1, over 5-1, over 5-1. I don't know. I wish I could do better. I wish I could give you a better play on that. I would lean towards an over just with a 127. I kind of like would lean over because it's a lower number. But I just don't know Tulsa. We're not that acquainted, you know. Um, so I just don't know Tulsa that well. I'm sorry. You guys can always, I'm trying to do these shows every morning. You can always DM me at Plus Money Honey if you got a game you want me to look at for you. I can do it and then come on the show the next morning and we can talk about it. I will do that for you guys because I love you guys. All right. So hope we can make some more money today. And yeah, let's cash those tickets. Oh, what I was going to tell you guys, at 6 p.m. Eastern today, we have the live cap with Nick Parsons and Kurt Alexander. We're talking the 3 Saturday NFL games in the wild card week. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, we have Total Chaos College Basketball with Dan Kaiser, the professor, going head to head against Craig Trapp, the boss man. All right. So you guys definitely ring that bell for notifications. Keep an eye on your notifications so that way you won't miss the shows. A lot of really great, valuable plays in there for you. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Doug. So yeah. Hi, Lance. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me and I'll see you in the morning. Hopefully our pockets are a lot fatter the next time I see you.